today I've got the lovely Sarah Michelle Watt with me. I love her. She gives the biggest bear hug in the world. I love it. I miss it. I miss your hugs. Do you miss carrying me around?
Yes, literally carrying her around. There is photographic evidence.
I will put it in. Okay, Sarah, do you want to introduce yourself to my friends?
Oh, well, you know, I've known Edna for 4 years, 4.5 years.
My son is 5.
Yeah.
So 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember
Yeah.
having him and coming to his first birthday party.
And you had kinky.
Yeah.
Did you love it?
Yes.
You remember that thing you ate with your
Yeah.
fingers? Yeah. Amazing. Today we want to talk about mental health, anxiety, and panic attacks, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I find Sarah to be very more open about her mental health, so I thought she'll be the right person to talk about this with me. So, have you ever had anxiety or panic attacks or depression?
Well, unfortunately, I've had all three.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have to say I've had all three, and literally, I find for me they all kind of come hand in hand. But sometimes I'm struggling through a complete depressive episode, which can sometimes last a couple of months. Sometimes I just may have the odd panic attack at work, but sometimes during my depressive episodes I can have quite a few panic attacks and get quite anxious.
Would you say anybody that has depression would definitely have anxiety and panic attacks?
No.
No, not necessarily.
Everybody's different. Everybody's journey is different. How they cope with it and how they deal with it is different. And just because drugs and, because I need to be on medication for life.
Do you?
Yeah. But that doesn't mean everybody has to.
Being on drugs and medication for it, does that mean that's an extreme form of depression? Or everybody that has depression must go on drugs for it?
No, they don't have to always go on drugs for it. I know mine is chronic, so long term. And if I come off the medication, I then go back into a spiral of depression. Whereas some people may just need to go, if they do need to have tablets, they may only need them for a couple of months.
Have you ever had anybody say to you, I can take you to a pastor who can pray for you to be delivered? Have you ever?
Once. It was somebody I used to work with at George's. He was lovely. He meant well. And I actually went up, I think it was the day before I had my interview at Kingston.
Okay.
And I went with him to church at the Tabernacle.
Okay.
And it was one of his...
Is this an English person? I didn't think so.
No. And it was somebody sent to me there.
Did you go?
I did go to the church for that, but somebody at the church said that they could offer it.
And you declined?
Yeah.
You declined?
Yes, politely.
Why, you don't want to be healed of it?
I do.
But you didn't believe it?
I come from a religious background anyway.
Do you?
And I've been part of, I used to work for the Oasis Trust.
Okay.
I used to be part of Soul Survivor Watford.
Okay.
So, I've been to very charismatic churches. I have had prayers of healing.
Okay.
But more prayers of, I find if I do have the prayers, I do feel I get the support and strength to actually help me through it or through that moment.
But you don't believe that you can be healed completely through prayers? You don't think so?
There is always a chance, but it's like everything with God. If you're praying for stuff, I think quite a lot of people imagine a miracle and it to happen now.
Yeah.
I want a pony. No, you can't have a pony. But actually, sometimes God gives you that blessing of, I will help you work hard to get the job, that you actually have a good work ethic, and then you can buy them.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes, the answer.
Not an instant miracle.
No.
But gradually you get there. You work your way through it and you get there.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think something causes it? In your case, do you think there's a specific thing that caused your anxiety or panic attacks or depression? Is it something you can pinpoint to?
I think there's been a few events in my life that have been quite probably not the most pleasant of experiences. You know, like my parents separated for a bit, they are now back together. This is when I was
That could have been one of the risk factors.
Yeah. Then my niece, you know, she would have been 15 this year. We lost her 14 years ago. That was another thing. So there's been lots of things when you just think you're getting over. So I think in some ways, going back to the prayer of healing, I think in some ways God's blessed me with the knowledge and to myself, I know when I'm starting to struggle. That I can actually then vocalise and get the help. And I get it early, then probably, whereas some people really struggle with their mental health. And I think
wait till they get their full episode and then it gets out of hand.
So, and I think in some ways that's how God's helped me.
How long have you had to deal with this?
Daniel, come touch me.
Since I was 16, I'm now 39, so we are looking at 22, 23 years.
And through the years, you've learned how to deal with it. It gets better.
It does get better. Whether it's, you know, going through cognitive behavioural therapy or getting support from friends and family and bits and pieces, and you know, whether you get it from, you know, mental health situation.
So, how did you know that these episodes I'm having are actually panic attacks or depression? How did you figure that out?
Sometimes it's kind of, I find with my depression, it's not, if I'm going through a depressive phase, I find that my mood is low and it goes low, and I notice over a few days, and that's when I feel that maybe I need to see a bit.
But how did you know that was what it was?
It was when I was working in an old people's home, and I actually had a bit of, you know, was having, you know, sort of feeling a bit miserable and a bit low when my parents separated. And it fell that one of my residents said, "You're not okay. What's going on?" My parents were in separate places at the time. My mum had gone away for a week. My dad was wherever he was.
You just had to get on with it.
Yeah, and he just carried on. But Taylor was like, "You need help," and with that was actually my boss that took me to help.
So you were diagnosed in hospital.
Yeah.
Do you find that you get a lot of support from your friends, families, colleagues at work? Do you get that support?
Yes. And I find that I have some very close friends. I don't have a huge group of friends. I don't have like hundreds of friends. I have a very selective few because I find the ones who want to be my friend and support me through things will be there.
Not everyone is tolerant of you and what you go through and your journey. So
and so, you know, sometimes it's like, well, this is me. You either take me as me or why this.
I know you'd have used a different language if we were not on camera. So, I was going to ask you, you have a few Afro-Caribbeans in your family, and you've interacted your like, you know, you're open-minded, you interact freely with everyone. What do you think of mental health in other communities other than the English community?
I think it's, you know, one kind of treated as a bit, not treated, they feel very much more judged and feel as though they've been told to sort of man up and get on. You know, I've got very close friends who are from Barbados, and I have been told this. I've seen how quite a few members of the community are kind of on the street struggling. They can't afford the treatment. So basically they're ostracised and kind of left to cope with it. And it's also the other thing, obviously, I lost my niece 14 years ago.
And she was a mixed.
Yeah, her dad's from Trinidad. He's second generation. Mum came over from Trinidad, so his sister was born here, but he was born here. And when we lost Madison, he really struggled and was really struggling and didn't have anybody to talk to. You know, I know with my sisters, he really struggled with Madison. He was from Trinidad and he struggled to actually cope with dealing with the loss of and grief for his daughter.
Because was he trying to be a man and not show emotions?
Yeah.
That's not good.
And even though my sister and him are on their separate ways now. This is a shame, but as he said, he was really struggling with his mental health, and he wanted to make sure that when he was there with his children, he could be able to be in a position to put them first. So he wants to get himself in a place where he's strong and feels he can cope. So he's still in contact with my sister and my dad and and him occasionally have matches. Just so when he gets updates on how the kids are doing, but also he gets to have a chat with a father figure and who will talk through things to say.
So what do you think, like these other communities, do you think they are tolerant of people's mental health and they embrace like mental health talks and stuff like that?
I think they're getting there.
Yeah.
Well, I think even the English people, us in England, we are getting better at talking about it, but we're still not there yet.
Not there.
And they are, I think quite a lot of the Afro-Caribbean and over the Afro-Caribbean communities, they're a little bit behind us. But as I say, they're starting the journey to start to talk about it.
People are being open about mental health situations and stuff. I was going to ask you, would you easily open up to anybody around you if you have an episode? If you're having an episode now, would you feel free to just walk up to anyone to say, look, I'm struggling, can you help me?
It depends on which stage I'm at. If I'm having a depressive episode, I would probably, at this party, only speak to my children. But if I'm just having a bad day, I can pretty much
When I trade ball, you just get laughing.
And it's the sort of thing, if you're just having a bad day where you're feeling a bit anxious, even sometimes like you get a little laddie,
I'll give you a really higher one.
and actually kids pick up that, they see you sad and they give you a hug.
Kids? Really?
Yeah. They see you sad.
I'll give you
They'll give you a hug. Yeah.
I see. So, one more thing I want to say. This is a bit personal, and if you don't want to tell me, it's fine. I'll go on to another question. But would you want to get married one and have kids too?
I would like to get married at some point. I've got a friend at the moment, which potentially is going to maybe turn into something else. We'll see. At the end of the day, I'd rather have him as a friend than anything. If it turns out, it'll be great if we got married, but if we don't, but I don't think for myself, because I've struggled with my mental health for so long, I would fear about having children because I wouldn't want to get pre and postnatal depression. It
makes you susceptible. Yeah.
And with postnatal psychosis, when I worked in A&E, I have seen some horrible. Really quick.
How do you think your parents are going to feel about that decision? Or it doesn't matter.
I think they're quite happy with. They've got grandchildren already for my sister, and they'll rather be happy and safe
done
than anything. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to wrap up.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for people who are struggling but do not want to come out for their family and friends to know that, you know what, I'm not really, okay, I'm struggling, I feel like there is something wrong, I don't know what it is, I cannot place it?
I know first protocol would be your GP.
Yeah.
Because whatever you tell them,
it's in strict confidence.
It's strict confidence unless it is you put yourself
in danger
or somebody else in danger.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that you're okay.
Yeah.
They're not going to sit there and sing it on the rooftops. So and so's struggling. Also, if you don't feel that you're ready to go to your GP and you just want to sit there and look up, I know in Kingston we have a thing called iCope, and you can actually do a self-referral too.
Is it on the Trust intranet?
No, it's not even on the Trust intranet. It is for the general public.
Okay.
And it's called iCope Kingston.
Okay.
But also that company, iCope, also do Candid as well. So if you're in North London, you can actually type in iCope Camden and
what's up?
Camden.
Camden.
Has a Camden and there's Islington.
Right, Camden. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll type it on the screen.
Yeah. So you can actually. I know those two companies within London, one south, one north, the same team, where you can self-refer to, and they will do phone consultations to start off with until you feel confident you can then go and start treatment, and they will assess you over the phone, so you can be in your own comfy environment and then they'll give you options of what treatment you have. And you can actually use that when you're ready to do it. So there's always time of looking, things like cognitive behavioural therapy. I know that quite a lot of the cognitive behavioural therapy that's done by people like diagnosed and psychotherapists are done by people. Churches are taking the same sort of training to actually support people. And obviously, sometimes you don't feel as though you want to go to your doctor, but you may find that you want to go to your pastor or priest and find them as a comfort. But they also would like help. And I know that one of my friends, Ben, he's a psychotherapist, but he's from Ghana. Yeah. So he specialises himself. He will have people with Caucasian as patients, but he tries to attract people because he knows that he's grown up with them.
Yeah, they can actually. What's the word I'm looking for? Is it more like you can say empathize, but like, this person will understand me more, isn't it? Because
what sort of background you come from, the way your parents are like, and how sometimes it can be seen as shame or being judged. He kind of understands where they're coming from. And I know that he does a lot of work with young lads who have been arrested for knife crime, stuff like that, and actually go, he does counselling with them.
That's something.
Because quite often they've been taken as kids because they've been sort of.
I just remember something. I know I said we were wrapping up, but just this one thing. Sorry. Are you the first person to experience this in your family, or is it in the family?
Good question. I know my mum, occasionally, she had a bit of depression, but that was when her and my dad had separated for a bit. And obviously when we lost my niece. But because I'm adopted, I don't know whether it's in my biology. Because as far as I know, I don't.
Well, thanks so much for sitting with me, being so candid and opening up. Because it is a great deal talking to people about your mental health and all of that. But I believe you're going to be of help to somebody out there.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Even if it means somebody can reach out.
Yeah.
Even if it's just to speak to anyone.
Yeah, please, because I do find that some people struggle to open up to just anybody. So a lot of people listen to stuff on YouTube now, a lot, Google stuff a lot. So I hope that somebody will find inspiration in the saying you've had it for God knows how many years now, from 16 years up to 39 years. If she's managed to, she has a lot of control over it now. She's on medication and you go to church sometimes. She's got a lot of support, so you can do it. You don't need to harm yourself. Get support and you can overcome it. You can deal with it successfully. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Let's do a big bye-bye to our friends. Bye. Oh, look. He's waving at us.